Hello and welcome to today's video. And in today's video, I'm going to speak to you about why you worrying about the amount of calories that you're burning in your workouts for fat loss is you wasting your time and worrying about the wrong thing. And you're probably wondering who I am or what type of credibility I have. Well, I have a master's and I've been doing this for over 10 years now at the time of recording this. And bear in mind, I've never told a single Kairos Online member to track or worry about the amount of calories they're burning in their workouts, and I have an abundance of mental and physical transformations. And otherwise I'm just going to get stuck in and tell you why you don't want to be worrying about it either, in no particular order. And I do quickly want to say, if you're not subscribed to the channel already, then please do subscribe. And the first reason why you don't want to be worrying about how many calories you're burning within your workout sessions if your goal is fat loss, because ultimately fat loss is going to come down to what you're doing within the day as a whole, rather than a 45-minute workout, for example. Because yeah, you might burn plenty of calories within those 45 minutes, but if within those other 23 hours and 15 minutes you're not really thinking about how you're going to help optimize your day to get to your fat loss goal, then the amount of calories you're burning in your sessions again isn't going to really make a difference. And I'm not making that up either, because if you search up your total daily energy expenditure, which is your TDEE on Google, you can see in rough percentages how your body is burning calories, and most of it is just from it just supporting itself and its vital functions, as well as other ways being the digestion of food and your NEAT, which is just basically your everyday movement that isn't conscious exercise, maybe walking around, maybe carrying the groceries, going up and down stairs, to name a few. And again, exercise is maybe only roughly going to account for 10% of the calories burned within the day. So like I said, you really need to look at optimizing the rest of the day rather than that 10%. And now the second reason, and again, this is in no particular order, but the devices that most people use, potentially you included, to measure the amount of calories that you've burned are inaccurate. A lot of research has shown that these devices are usually up to like 80% inaccurate, which is a huge amount. Now, on the plus side, you could argue that they are consistently inconsistent, and that could be true. But the issue is, let's say your Fitbit is saying you burnt 200 calories on your jog, but in reality, you actually burnt 100. But then because your Fitbit is saying that you burnt 200, you end up eating 150 calories back, which has actually put you in a surplus, because in reality you've burnt 100 calories. So do you see where the issue is? And I can actually account for this alongside the research from my own personal experience, where when I was at university I actually decided to maintain my body weight just from matching the amount of calories I would eat to the amount of calories that my smartwatch was telling me that I burned. And I actually ended up gaining quite like 4 or 5 kg in the space of about 3 or 4 months. So it was creeping up over time and I was consistent. I just quickly wanted to interrupt this video to quickly say that if you want a free fat loss guide, then do you click the link that's going to be in the caption of this video. And the reason why I mention it is because I've recently given it a brand new makeover. So just a heads up there. If you want it, it's yours, link in caption. And now the third reason, and this is probably one of the most important reasons, is that I do believe it can create an unhealthy relationship with exercise, where you start to look at exercise as a chore and a punishment rather than you appreciating your body for what it can do, because you're always trying to burn more and more calories, which then could potentially lead to you injuring yourself, exhausting yourself, and after a while you're just not going to want to do it anymore. And the fourth point is focus on quality, and by this I mean it's not actually hard to burn calories when you really think about it. You could literally just run around in circles, jump up and down, but that wouldn't be a smart way to train. You're not really going to see any real sort of progress from that in the long term, which does further show that obsessing over the amount of calories you burn does take away your attention from where it should be, which is on quality workout progression metrics, which nicely brings up my next point, which is it might cause you to focus on the wrong workout progression metrics. So valuable indicators for workout progression actually comes in the form of the following. So did you do more reps than before? Did you lift more weight than before? Is your form improving, to name a few? Because I absolutely guarantee if you progress at those 3 points, then you are going to see overall progress. And then point number 6 is it might cause you to neglect other factors. So if you recall at the beginning, I did say I've never instructed one of my Kairos Online members to worry or stress or track the amount of calories that they're burning in their workouts, and that's true. So you might be wondering, so what do I get them to focus on instead? And a few things I could potentially mention are food choices, hydration levels, managing your stress, getting enough sleep, to name a few. And sometimes obsessing over the amount of calories that you're burning can cause you to neglect those things. And the final point is you are overcomplicating it, because for as long as you are consistent with your calorie deficit, your steps, and your strength training, then you are going to see fat loss results. And if you add the amount of calories that you're burning within the mix, then again, you're just going to start confusing yourself more than anything. And the last thing that you need to be doing is making the fat loss process more complicated than it needs to be. Overall, I do hope you found this video helpful. If you know someone else who you feel like could do with seeing it as well, then do share this with them. Remember, if you want that free fat loss guide, then the link for that is in the caption of this video. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it. Again, take care, and I'll see you around.